All right, hello everybody. So I just wanted to make a quick video for everybody who's willing to watch. The India Facebook group has updated the information regarding the compensation plan and given you some information regarding retail profits. So I'm going to talk about this because I think there's a lot of misconception and misunderstanding, and I want to share with you why it's not a big deal and why you guys should kind of look more into the situation. And I do understand the principle that some of you guys are arguing. So just hear me out, and if you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll be able to answer them for you. So everybody, let's read what the Facebook group said. Okay, so Atomy India says, "Dear members, we're pleased to share the revised version of Atomy India compensation plan on our website." And if you keep reading, the first one we're talking about is also the retail profit. So the two things that I want to cover, you guys can read this for yourself, okay? I'm not going to read everything. So the first question, okay, question one, what is retail profit, okay? So everybody understands what retail profit is after reading this, but you need to understand what it actually means, okay? So if you go to the Philippines website, you'll be able to also see there is a member and a non-member price. Okay, so I don't like to use the word DP or MRP because those don't really matter. Okay, so DP, MRP, it's irrelevant. You don't need to read those. Okay, what you need to understand is the mentality of a member price and a non-member price. Okay, so if you are an Atomy member, then you can buy the product at membership price, right? But if you are not a Atomy member, you can't purchase the product because you have no ID. But anybody can become a member for free, right? So this actually helps, okay? Let me say it again. This actually helps individuals build their membership and create passive income. Okay, actively selling Atomy products at a markup is not passive income. That's active income. Okay, you are a direct distributor, simply working just like you are a 9 to 5. You are working for yourself, trying to make a profit of 15% to 25% or whatever it may be. Okay, that does not bring you passive income. But if you understand the ideology and philosophy of Atomy, then you understand this is set in place to actually help you gain more members. Okay, this is what I tell my members. So if you go up to a friend and you say, "Hey, listen, here is a toothbrush for $1.25, right? You can say whatever it is, right? And then, but if you become a member, you can buy it for $1. So this friend will say, "Okay, I want to buy it for $1. Is there a catch?" And you say, "No, there's no catch. There's no registration fee. There's nothing." Okay, and there you go. You have a friend who now is a registered member who can buy it at the regular membership price. But you just lost 25%. No, technically, you just gained a friend and continued. You didn't lose a friend. Now you continue to have a friend. Watch. If you do it the other way around, this is what happens. If you say, "Hey, I want to sell you this toothbrush for $1.25, and you don't tell them any other information, like if you become a member, it's the same membership price, they'll buy it from you, right? But if it's a bigger increased price, like the Hemohim or the skincare, this is what will happen. They'll find out that they can become a member, and they could have bought it at membership price, but you never told them about it, so you just made 25% off of them without telling them the whole situation. Do you think they're going to be happy with you or upset with you? They're going to be pretty upset with you, okay? But if they already understand all this, but then they're still willing to give you 25% more than what they can buy it for, then more power to them. But I guarantee you there's very, very few people that I know who will be willing to pay more just because, okay? So that doesn't work, okay? So the retail profit margin, it's never going to be able to be maintained in reality, right? Because everybody is going to be at one point, not in the very beginning stages, but later on down the road, every member in India, every non-member as well, will be able to gain access to the product at the membership price, because everybody understands Atomy is not about selling and making profit off of the product, but it's about the PV created from the purchase of your ID or your downline, right? So your goal is to make money from the PV being circulated in your downline, not from one item being sold, okay? So there's no issue with that, and if people don't understand this, then they don't really understand the philosophy and understand the way you need to build your downline. Your downline needs to be auto consumers, meaning they have to be a member. How are you going to have auto consumers if they're not even a member? That means they're manual consumers. That means you have to work to give them the product and to make PV from them. That's not the point, okay? That is the very beginning stages of when you're introducing product and gaining members. But in the end, you want each member to become an auto consumer, right? And without this understanding, you'll have a difficult time getting there, okay? The next point, it says, what is the value of one score? How is it fixed? Answer, one score value is 4,300 won based on the average for the last 1 year in Korea, okay? So they're telling you what this is. So people have this misunderstanding of the end value. This is what this is. This is the end value, but people are saying this, they think that this is a difference in terms of the compensation plan being changed, and it is not. And people don't understand that the end value is fixed in different countries as well. For example, Indonesia, Thailand, if I'm not mistaken, and a few others, and probably more in the future, there are laws in each country that are different. I don't know about India, but I know for a fact that there are laws in different countries where the end value is fixed, because without fixing the end value, the company cannot legally function in that country, because that is a law. Now, this isn't a big deal, and this is something that can also be changed in the future. For example, in other countries, they fix the end value, right? They've kept the end value a period of time, and then they'll shift it again. And I know a few other countries, I won't name them, but I know for a fact that they have fixed end values for other countries, or they have fixed short-term periods for end values, and they'll fluctuate it every 3 months to follow through with the Korean and the global end value. And many people don't know this, but let me show you a live example of why this doesn't really matter at all. And if this does matter to you, then you are losing the big picture of Atomy and the compensation plan, okay? So here is a live example, okay? So this is the date. This is 7/21, 7/28. So this is a 15 point, okay? So 6,400, 64,531, okay? That's how much they got paid for 15 points. So you see how it just barely changes, okay? Changed by about 3 cents, okay? Up, up, up. And now this is the latest one. So September 15th, the payout, 64,150, okay? So how much is that actually, okay? So if you look, it's what? You divide it by 15, right? Because it's per point. If you get 300K, you get 15 points. And for 15 points, if your personal ID is at 300K as well, then you get 15 points. If your ID is not at 300K, then you only get 5 points, okay? So you see it's 4276. So if you want the global end value, you actually get paid less, okay? You actually get paid less than the one that India has fixed, okay? So I want everybody to understand this information so you actually understand what's going on, because a lot of the individuals that I've spoken to don't fully understand the system, okay? So the 4,300 is not a big deal, and it's not something that you need to worry about, okay? Because this is a live feed of what somebody would make if they were getting 15 points. The right side over here, that the smaller side, that's after taxes, okay? So I want everybody to understand this, and I know that this isn't a big deal. You're actually not losing anything, but gaining more, because from the 7 years that I've done work with Atomy, the end value has continued to decrease because there are many, many individuals and countries that are opening where they're getting more payouts, okay? So, and it has maintained this level for many years, the 4.3, okay? And if you are thinking that the company is cheating you because you think when India opens that your PV is going to skyrocket up, that is a big, big misconception. And I'll tell you why. China has opened, okay? China has opened, and this is still the same PV that has been maintained. And China has only been open for maximum 3 months, if I remember correctly, okay? So this PV here is with global PV from China. Now, why is this important to understand? This is very important to understand because China's compensation plan was changed. People don't know this, but China, we changed the compensation plan in a way where we limited personal purchase. Okay, a person can only purchase in PV amount about 180K PV, okay, per ID, okay, per day. They were limited, and they couldn't purchase more. Okay, so that means that there were individuals who weren't being paid out when the system first opened, right? If you need to understand the compensation plan in depth to understand what I mean. So this isn't for newcomers, but I'm going to tell you all this so even the individuals who understand the comp plan will understand this, okay? And as China continued to limit, that means what? That means less distributors are getting paid. If you think about it, right? But it's not true because everybody technically is getting the payout, but then there are less people who can get paid more, so the end value should skyrocket up. It didn't skyrocket up, okay? You see, it's in front of you, okay? It didn't skyrocket up. And if you understand this, then you'll be able to understand. Let me go back more, so maybe you guys go back 6 months, okay? Okay, so here's May. So China didn't open then. So you'll be able to see there's a very few fluctuations. So even with China opening, you see, it doesn't change anything. Okay, and China has the biggest growth, biggest members, and the most PV. And I doubt that we'll see that kind of growth exponentially in the very beginning stages with other countries opening as well. So this means that this is a very safe way to go about it, and it's actually more beneficial for your end value to be pegged at 4,300 won for India members. Okay, so if you understand this, then you'll be able to understand in detail what I mean, and this doesn't affect the other aspects. This only shows this. What I'm trying to say is you don't need to worry about you losing money in this situation, and you don't need to worry about the retail price and what that means, okay? So I wanted to do more and give you more information regarding this, but I'm going to just leave it at this, and I hope that you understand more. And if you have any questions, you guys can comment below, and I'll try my best to answer them, okay? Thank you very much. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.